Welcome into the Dream Nations Cup semifinals. It's time for the men Division 1 to take over. We have Team Central America taking on Team Egypt. Will Wiggleman here back with you. This is our first of two semifinals at the men's Division 1 level. The women have figured out who will be in the gold medal game and who will be in the bronze medal game. And now it's time again for the men's top division to reach that conclusion. Team Central America finished 2-1-0 in the group stage, and second in men's Division 1. Team Egypt 2-1 as well. They finished third. These teams did not match up in the group stage, both coming off of wins yesterday. Central America 9-2 over South Korea, and Egypt 5-1 over Puerto Rico in a game where the winner was going to move on to the semifinals. So if Egypt didn't win that game, it would be Puerto Rico more than likely here against Central America. We'll pause for the national anthems. Those are your national anthems ahead of this semi-final matchup between Team Central America and Team Egypt. Again, first time these two teams are meeting in this tournament. They have two common opponents from the group stage. Both played Puerto Rico, both beat them. Central America 4-1 on day one, and Egypt 5-1 yesterday. Meanwhile, they also played South Korea, with Egypt winning 7-1 over the South Koreans and Central America beating South Korea 9-2. So very similar results against common opponents. This should be a great game. We get to our starting goaltenders. Of course, as usual for Central America, the only netminder on the roster is Ricardo Odria. He gave up 5 goals in 3 games in the group stage. Meanwhile, on the other side, Adam Saba made 26 saves on 27 shots in the win over Puerto Rico yesterday to get Egypt here. He is 1-1 in this tournament, giving up 6 goals, or 7 goals total, or 6 goals total, pardon me, 5 in the 6-0 loss to Armenia, a game in which he was pulled. We are set to go for the first men's Division 1 semi-final of the day. Central America and Egypt with a spot in the gold medal game on the line. Fed up to Mendez for Central America. Here comes Belargian outside Guerin. His shot stopped. Rebound. Got past a couple of Central American players. And now Egypt flying up the right wing side. Matthew Ishak able to spin, turn it on goal. That was blocked. Mendoza works in. His shot stops Saba, the rebound. Able to be batted out of danger by Thomas Maguire. Whalen scored an early goal against Puerto Rico, floats it along, looking for Ishak. He was hooked by Guerin on his way to the net, and the first power play of the game coming early for Team Egypt. We'll get a chance to check out the Egyptian power play, an early opportunity to get the first goal of the game. A penalty that we may look at and say Guerin had to take that, as Ishak would have had a clear lane to the net. Off the face-off, sent towards the middle. Zaid Solomon tried to make a play on it. El Badri couldn't keep it in at the line, just able to keep it away from Vahovic, who was looking to move the other way. This one fired all the way down by Reyes. Maguire. Pass off to the left wing side. Egypt entering the offensive zone. Toma's long-range shot right in the breadbasket of Ricardo Odria. And then Toma knocked down right next to the net. He gave Odria a little bit of a snow shower, and Pratt took exception to that. Salahuddin Mustafa and Josh Newberg in on this face-off. Tied up, Toma tried to force it on net, couldn't do it. And he went to go poke it back to the line, but he split his defense. Maguire over towards Zaid Solomon, stepping in. Puck knocked back by Team Central America. Newberg able to play it up, and now it's Maguire turning it the other direction. Maguire winds, fakes, gets through. Lost it in his skate, centering pass. Couldn't get that one on net. And it's cleared down by Central America. 55 seconds left on the Egypt power play. Maguire tried to push it over to the far side. Ended up coming for El Badri. He flies up with it. Escapes away from Sosa. Trying to get around Jamison. Pratt took the puck. Fanned on the clearing attempt. Toma takes a look. Goes down the wall. Ali flips it across. Abdallah looking for Ali, cutting towards the net. Off his stick and off the back glass. Got a touch on it, but couldn't put it on target. One last clear for Central America. 17 seconds left on the Egypt power play. Sent up towards Whalen. He overskated it. Ali works in. Ali trying to kick it back up to his stick. Mendoza. And now it's tossed out of the zone. Central America's penalty is over. Back to 5-on-5 as they attack. Mendoza shot shouldered away and out of play by Saba. .3 left to go in period one. Central America and Egypt still searching for their first goal of the game. Now we are set to go. Pushed up the near side boards. Chamberlain able to dump it in. Sosa gloves it down, heads back after it. Around on the near side, Rivas behind the cage. Rivas has it again in the corner. Behind the net again, Sosa swept it out in front, nobody home. And Pirelli moved it up. Toma couldn't kick it along. Now Pirelli on it again. Up to the left wing side. Central America looking to dump it out. Rivas chasing after it. He caused some trouble. Abdullah and Rivas after the loose puck in the corner. They both cancel out. Abdullah able to get it up as far as Chamberlain. His shot up off a stick and out of play. 11-11 left to go in period one. Central America pushing here, looking for the first goal, but a bit of a feeling out process after the Egyptian power play, as both sides playing against each other for the very first time, trying to figure out the best way to attack. Off this face-off. Bumped up towards the point, sent on goal off an Egyptian stick. Kept deep. Guerin down behind the goal line. Mendez trying to cycle for Guerin. Put it out in front, right on the stick of McGuire. Good move up for Egypt though. Belargian took it away. Guerin centering feed all the way across. Comes to Mendoza at the line. That shot came in and was held on to. Got set with another face-off to Saba's left. Newberg able to win it over to the wall. Matthew Ishak, long lead pass, touched in. Whalen has a chance by himself, and it's fought off by Odria. Reyes able to push around to this side. Trexler for Egypt hands it off. Whalen around for Trexler. Scored a big insurance goal for Egypt against Puerto Rico last night. Again, that was the nightcap and a game that Egypt needed to continue on. Or not the nightcap, pardon me, but it was a game that Egypt needed to make it to this semifinal, as Saba able to cut off and cover a drive to the net by Josh Newberg. It was the final men's Division I game of the day yesterday, and the way it all shook out, the winner of that game was going to move on, and the loser was going home. And Team Puerto Rico went home as they finished 5th in the men's Division I. Chamberlain sends it through, kicked back by Abdullah. Shot from outside, gloved and held by Odria. Odria's been one of the best goaltenders in the men's Division I side. And just giving up 5 goals through the 3 round robin games, including just 2 to an indigenous squad that put up 6 on Armenia just yesterday. Central works in. Jameson's outside try, blocked by Abdullah. Kahovic off for Jameson. Another shot was stopped. Here comes Ali on the outside. Ishak trying to fight his way through Chamberlain. Those two come together. Simon Ishak around for Zaid Solomon. His pass in front cut off. Sosa, one hand on his stick, skates in, drops it off. That shot punched out by Saba. Jameson down on the ice trying to control. Instead it's Abdullah. Jameson couldn't back pass it in front. Sosa swung it off of Saba. And Ali gets it by but not out. Shot comes in from the point. That was blocked. And Solomon clears. And all the way back down, so that's an icing. We'll come all the way back to the Egypt end for this face-off. Egypt finishing up their last change. There's Zaid Solomon. Working in on the outside, muscled off by Caden Mendoza. Belargian or Guerin as Mendez moving up, try to get it to him. Mendez tried it across, now and off the stick of Adam Solomon. And Caden Mendoza back in, but offside. Pardon me, that is number 41, Justin Mendoza. Late addition to this Central America squad. Here he comes working in. Justin Mendoza back after it, overskated. McGuire, the near side boards. Shahata Oliveira for Egypt. Belargian couldn't bring in that pass. Now Egypt looks for an escape of the zone, but that was taken away by Central. 7.5 to go in period 1. Mendez steps over the line. Tried to sweep it out in front. Guerin just missed it as he tipped it on goal, but past the cage. Lead passes on for Solomon. On his backhand, Adam Solomon drops the shoulder, tried to head towards the net. And Solomon dumped in the corner. Rink wide feed. Mendez skates into it. Leaves it for Reyes. His shot stopped. Rebound. Reyes couldn't get back to it as Abaguchi able to knock it away. Quet around to the near side. Now Newberg picks it off. Makes a move to the outside and a shot blocked by Menace. Came back out and past the Central Americans at the point. Yassine Mustafa hustling along with Pratt to that loose puck. They get there together as both teams making changes. Mustafa able to come out with it. Swept it to the middle. Whalen pushed it wide. Popped high up in the air. Mustafa and Newberg now. Comes up past El Badri. Floated towards the net. And Whalen collects in the near side corner. A couple players go down, battling away from the puck. El Badri fell down. He's able to keep it in using his glove. Or it's kicked out by Reyes. Matthew Ishak steps back in. Pass to the outside. Truxler from a sharp angle. That caught the post. And it ended up going up out of play. .5:44 left in period 1. Still scoreless between Central America and Egypt in this men's semifinal game. It's the only men's division with semifinals. Men's Division 2 just goes straight to the bronze medal and gold medal games. Bronze medal game will wrap up the action, or will be coming up after the men's Division 1 semifinals wrap up, as there's a shot through that Odria is able to stop. Abdullah backpedaling. Sent it up. Rivas. They will chip it off the far boards. Ruiz. Down low. Abdullah. On his backhand. Able to move it off to the near side. Try and stretch it on for Whalen. Truxler skates in. Whalen now on the outside save. The rebound came all the way out. Ishak put it back on net. Didn't get all the way through. Battled for, and a penalty coming up. Tripping is the signal. I believe that is against Simon Ishak for Team Egypt. Actually, nobody's sure who it is. Team Egypt does not put anybody in the box. And finally, they do get Simon Ishak off the bench over to the sin bin. So Central America with its first chance on the power play. Rushed up to the point. Working on the half wall, Newberg down to Guerin. Belargian looks up top to Justin Mendoza. Back to Belargian. Newberg, let it go, save Saba, the rebound, he got that too. And he covers up. Adam Saba with a huge couple of saves. The second one on Belargian. Off this face-off, Central sets back up. Mendoza over to Sosa. Looking towards Newberg, that off his skate, and it's cleared down by Pirelli. Justin Mendoza sent it up the near side. Belargian trying to break through. Pulls to the backhand, back to the forehand, and Saba stayed right with him. Mendoza walks the line. Off to the left wing, Sosa sent it through, probably looking for a deflection. Couldn't find one, and Egypt clears. Halfway through the penalty to Simon Ishak. Newberg comes flying up. Both teams made some changes. Newberg throws on the brakes. Waits for help all the way across. Belargian on his backhand, he scores! Belargian outweighted Saba, got around the traffic, and Central America power play goal gives them a 1-0 lead. Great pass across. Belargian saw traffic in front, decided to make a move. A huge goal for Team Central America. Get on the board first. We continue. Zaid Solomon trying to work his way back. El Badri bounced it off the wall. Now down behind the net, Ruiz swept it out in front, and Rivas couldn't get that one to go. Egypt came back to defend. Pratt able to block the dump attempt. Donald Pratt skates up, tried a toe drag move that didn't work. Rivas and Mustafa come together. And Mustafa wins that puck. Sent it all the way back down. Right on Odria though, so no icing. Reyes, near side Belargian. Goal scorer so far, able to pull it through, but he was stopped up just enough to force the offsides call. Central up on shots right now, 12-8. They have the 1-0 lead. This one dumped in off the far corner boards, but from the Central America side of center. So that's an icing against, looks like it was Chamberlain who sent that one deep. Draw will be all the way down in the Central American end. We'll get another icing here. And it's floated all the way down once again. But with how great the defense and goaltending have been for Team Central America in this tournament, that first goal is huge for them. Came off the stick of their captain, Belargian. Chamberlain sends it around to the far side. Solomon trying to pull it through, couldn't do it. Guerin, with plenty of Egyptians back, he'll just flip it in. Mendez lost it, and it's sent up and blocked by Mendez. Toma trying to kick it out of the zone, he did, but couldn't pick it up and start a rush. Dropped off Belargian. Makes a move, takes a look, tried to go down low, came all the way off the end wall. Pirelli had it back across to the far side. Amdalal settles things down in his own end. Under 2 to play in period 1. A 1-0 lead for Central America. Vahovic to the net. That one didn't work. Or Juarez, pardon me, to the net. He missed it wide. Sent up the boards right into Huezo. That was stopped by Toma. Trying to go the other way. Played it off a skate. Mendez looks to turn it the other direction. Right up to the Egyptian blue line. Juarez sent it around. Simon Ishak able to head it up. Got past Oquet. Newberg fresh off the bench. Swings in. 3 Egyptians back. Newberg cuts to the middle. Newberg passed it off towards Jamison. Now was blocked away. Pappas sent it through. Now Newberg scores! It carried over to Josh Newberg. He doubles the Central American lead, going top shelf. Well, the Central Americans get a big goal late in period 1. Bit of a backbreaker for Team Egypt. They now trail by a pair. That one fumbled. Here comes Whalen. Now Ishak centered in front. They score! The quick response. It's Trexler on the back door, pulling Egypt back within a goal. Great work on the forecheck by Whalen and Matthew Ishak. That's set up for Sammy Trexler to get his 2nd goal in as many games. So about 15 seconds after Central America made it 2-0, Egypt has made it 2-1. Ishak looking for more in the final 15 seconds of the period. It's sent out. McGuire mounts it back up towards Trexler. Gives it across. And now Ishak taking a look at the clock. He'll hang on to it. And we will get the horn on entertaining first period. Central America, 2-1 lead on Egypt. Shots favoring Central 13-9. We'll be right back with 2nd period action from this men's Division I semifinal between Central America and Egypt. Back here at the Dream Nations Cup, it's 2-1 Central America in this men's Division I final. We're back underway in period number 2. This one cut off. Mendez centering feed. Belargian stopped by Saba. Now Zaid Solomon the other way. Trying to dangle his way through. Solomon got back to it on the other side. Couldn't sweep it on goal. Solomon back on it. Then put it out in front. Justin Mendoza marks up the right wing side. Gets into attacking territory. Mendoza around the net in front. Belargian, one more, they score! Tic-tac-toe for Central America. And it's Jalen Mendez who finishes it off to restore the 2-goal lead. Justin Mendoza did the work, driving all the way up the ice. Belargian thought about the shot, but instead he passed it over. And Mendez gets that goal early on in period 2. I'll see if Egypt has another response. McGuire steps out from behind his net. Try to float it along towards Adam Solomon. Odria gave it away, but Solomon lost an edge. On the right side, Jamison has Newberg going to the net. Shot rising, ended up off the back netting and out of play. (3-1) Central America, in case you're just getting back to our stream here. Jalen Mendez off a beautiful passing play. Was started by Justin Mendoza, and then Robbie Belargian gave the backdoor feed to Mendez. No chance for Adam Saba on that one. Chamberlain tried to throw it on net, kicked back. Jamison off the back wall. Sent back on goal over top of the cage. Chamberlain collects it on the other side. Walks in, his shot stopped by Saba. And it's skated out of the zone by Team Egypt. McGuire couldn't dangle in. And now Chamberlain. They will feed it up towards Jamison. Has Newberg breaking. Got it there. Newberg surrounded. Plays it off the corner boards. Right on the stick of Vahovic. Now Egypt takes over. Long lead pass eluded Mustafa. Pratt back for it. Pratt trying to slip his way by. Dropped it back. Huezo. Huezo gets his way in. Now Trexler able to move it along. Here comes Egypt. Whalen had it taken away by Pratt. Sent back down deep. Sosa takes over. Central America moves up. 4 Egyptians back defending. Abdullah. Reverse for Trexler. It's taken in by Rivas. This one tossed high in the air. Glove down by Reyes. But Egypt able to poke it out and off to the races. Ishak has help. Ishak gets through. Ishak scores! What a play by Matthew Ishak to bring Egypt within a goal again. Looked like he kind of misfired on a pass. It fooled Pratt enough to allow Ishak to get through, and then he goes high glove on Odria. Matthew Ishak has his 3rd goal of this tournament. Abdullah back in his own end. Sends it all the way to the near side. Zaid Solomon looking to bounce it out. He has his man. Mustafa Ali just missed the post. Tried to push it over to the far side. There was room down low. Just put it past the post. Mendez able to work in. Try to sweep it out in front. Ali over to the near side. Now Central America regrouping. Pass up is to Mendez. He was knocked down. Abdullah sends Zaid Solomon up. He dumps it in, goes off for a change. Back on it, Caden Mendoza. Reverse to brother Justin. Justin Mendoza steps out, off for Caden. On the left wing side, taken back by Egypt. This one goes all the way down, and it hit Odria, so no icing. Flip back out, El Badri. Trying to get away from Guerin. His pass missed its intended target. Here comes Justin Mendoza, a 4-on-1. Guerin let the shot go, saves Saba. Belargian able to turn, fed it over. Mendez had his shot blocked by El Badri. Toma steps over the line, hands it off. Adam Solomon down towards the net, taken away. Belargian. That's swept away by El Badri. Chamberlain and Pirelli after it. Comes over to the near side. Toma. Stopped up along the boards. El Badri let it go. Stick save by Odria. And then Menace, a drive. That was blocked. Another shot. Gloved down and held by Odria. Egypt getting some good pressure here. Just over 5 minutes gone in period number 2. A 3-2 Central America lead in this semifinal. Winner moves on to the gold medal game tomorrow. The loser will play later today in the bronze medal match. Opponents TBD, as this is the first of 2 semifinals, the men's Division I level. McGuire put it right back up towards the Egypt bench. Sent in. Pratt lost it. Mustafa and a pop-up out of play. Face-off coming to Odria's left. Tied up. Reyes. They will reverse to this side. Jamison up for Newberg. Working in on the right wing. His shot shouldered down by Saba, and he has it in the glove. And for Egypt so far, that line of Traxler, Ishak, and Whalen doing all the offensive damage. Traxler and Ishak. Matthew Ishak with a goal apiece. Ishak also adding an assist, and Whalen 2 helpers. There's Traxler blocking a shot. Whalen heading after it. Gets ahead of Pratt. Whalen to the net on his backhand. Swept it back out in front. Traxler! How did that not go? Not sure if Odria stopped it or not, but Sammy Traxler had the entire net to look at. It was from a sharp angle, but he couldn't get it past. Ishak fakes the drive. Tied up with Reyes. Reyes took the puck off the glass all the way out. Abdullah. Backpedaling. Makes a pass up to Whalen. Into the offensive zone. Whalen cuts. Drops it for Ali. Shoveled towards the net. Whalen now back on it. Looks up high. Abdullah let it go, and it's blocked by Jamison. Solomon sent it out in front. And Ali's chance shut down by Odria. .24 left to go in this middle period. Egypt pushing, trying to find that tying goal. One back by Egypt. Abdullah faked the shot, now he took it, and it's blocked by Juarez. He goes off the glass, kept in. Abdullah, wrister, looking for Zaid Solomon, who is on the near side post. Here is Solomon, let it go. Odria may have gotten a piece of that one. Bounced off the dasher and back to neutral ice. Ali turns the corner. He gets in. Ramzi Ali back on it, behind the net. Bounce up top, Abdullah. Wrister deflected down and into the corner. Zaid Solomon tried to center. Oh, Badri pinches in to keep it alive. Pirelli trying to settle it down and sent out of the zone. And all the way to Egyptian ice as Central America tries to start a change. Juarez able to get off, but everybody else still out there. Adam Solomon loads it down for Pirelli. Now Pappas up the near side wall, kept alive. Ishak shoots, a kick save by Odria. And now a penalty coming up. And it looks like an offensive zone penalty against Adam Solomon. The Central American power play, that's 1 for 1 so far, gets another chance to operate. Tripping is the call. That's the last place you want to take penalties, about 200 feet from your own net. This dangerous Central American man advantage goes back to work as it's Newberg straight on. Now to Mendez, Justin Mendoza, Mendez to Newberg. Central America trying to whip it around. Newberg steps off the wall, his shot blocked on the way through. Swept back but stopped by Newberg. And then that shot also blocked by Menace, and he clears. Newberg able to get back in. Off to the outside, Guerin lays it around this way. Matthew Ishak trying to work it out. There he is short-handed. Ishak couldn't dangle through. Central America couldn't re-enter the offensive zone, at least for the moment. Now Mendez had his pocket picked by Ishak. Skating up with it is Oquet, one-on-one. Oquet from the outside. That one stopped by Odria. And Oquet taken down. The Egyptian fans want a penalty they won't get. Balargian cuts to the middle, takes a look, he shoots, kick save by Saba. Guerin able to sweep it around. El Padri up and out. Huezo that's back over the line. Offside is the call. 5:31 left to go in this second period. Still a 1-goal lead for Central America. Still some more power play time for them to work. 26 seconds to be exact. Faceoff comes over to the near side dot, just outside of Egyptian territory. Central looking to work back up, sent up to Sosa. Had his stick lifted, he's tied up. Mustafa able to drag Sosa down, and Abdullah clears. Final seconds tick off this Central America power play. Egypt able to weather the storm, but here comes Mendez. Sosa let it go, and he missed it wide. Mendez chased by Traxler, battled for on the half wall. Central America not happy. Thought there should be a penalty there. Their bench was up in arms as Abdullah able to keep Mendez from moving up ice. Whalen able to backhand it in. Fresh off the bench, it's Ishak with a drive, deflected, score! Trexler, his second, has tied it for Team Egypt. This line strikes again for the Egyptians as Matthew Ishak sent a perfect shot along the ice, easily deflectable, and Sammy Trexler with a good hand-eye. Central America has seen this game tied after 2 multi-goal leads. We're all even up with under 5 to go in period 2. Whalen looking for more. It's pushed out of the zone. This one sent in, stopped by Saba. And now Whalen skates in, past Chamberlain. Whalen swept it out in front, didn't get there. Central America back in. Puck on the left wing side. Newberg, spin move. His shot hit the post. Late offsides against Team Central America as both sides make some changes. Flipped up. Ruiz got down to try and block it. And now here comes Solomon. Zaid Solomon with a shot that was blocked up by Huezo. Solomon tried to bounce it up to the point. Ishak sent it through off the glove of Caden Mendoza. Mustafa trying to turn. He was tied up, and Mendez works out 3-on-2 for Central America if they hurry. Mendez drops it off. Balargian. Mendez again. Shot blocked. Ali able to flip it, and it's poked out. Here comes Zaid Solomon on the right wing side. Spins. And his centering pass picked off by Caden Mendoza. And now back up comes Central. Balargian turning. Drops it to the trailer. Guerin. Shot stuffed by Saba. Guerin in front. And a kick save by Saba on Justin Mendoza. Well, Badri trying to get back to it. Justin Mendoza dumps it in for Central America. 2:17 left to go in period 2. Tied up at 3 between Egypt and Central America in this men's Division 1 semifinal. Adam Solomon ran into Justin Mendoza as Newberg fired a shot wide. Pardon me, that's Caden Mendoza that made the hit back at the Central American line. Sent around to the far side. Jamison takes a look as he gets to it. Sent it down deep. Mendez put it out in front, looking towards Jamison. Towards the goal, save by Saba. He thought he had it, but Mendez scores. Saba thought it was underneath his glove. It was actually to his right. And Jalen Mendez has his second to put Central America back in front. And a frustrated Adam Solomon on the Egyptian bench broke his stick over the boards. Late stages, second period. And Central America back in front. Huezo up to the far side. Newberg throws on the brakes, spinning, is able to backhand it out. Abdalal makes a move, and now he has some skating room. Pass off to the left wing side to Abugoush. He was blocked off, tossed out by Newberg. Sent back in deep, delayed offsides against Egypt. Here comes Central America. Newberg takes the shot, knocked down. It's poked back towards the line. Newberg gets back to it, and he rips it up the side of the cage. 40 seconds left to go in this second period. And the puck up out of play. You get a whistle and a face-off. Well, Mendez, 2 goals and an assist for Team Central America. He is the one that has put them in front here late in period 2. Oh, Baudry off the glass. That hit the protective netting as well. We'll blow it dead, and we'll try again. Talk about the big guns coming up for both sides. Matthew Ishak for Team Egypt with a goal and 2 assists. Jalen Mendez, 2 goals and an assist for Team Central America. Belargian has a couple of points for the Central Americans. Here is Matthew Ishak working on Reyes. Ishak to the net, save Odria. Belargian on his backhand. Up the glass and out of the zone. Mendez and El Badri hustling for it. El Badri looking to fly up. 10 seconds left as El Badri went down. Mendez looks for one last rush for Central. Belargian with 3. He'll run out of time. Sends it in from the red line. And that will do it for period number 2. Central America gets a late goal in that back and forth middle frame to take back the lead. It's 4-3 heading into the third. We will be right back with the final period of regulation. Will we see overtime for the second time on semifinal day? We'll find out next here from the Dream Nations Cup. Teams are ready, just waiting on the officials to start period number 3 of this first men's Division I semifinal game between Team Egypt and Team Central America. It's the Central Americans with a 1-goal lead. Will Wiggleman back here with you from the Dream Nations Cup. Our next semifinal will be a rematch of one of the best games, if not the best game of the day yesterday, between Team Indigenous and Team Armenia. That one ended in a 6-6 tie. They will match up again with Team Indigenous winning a group for men's Division I, and Armenia finishing 4th. Mustafa, they will step in, makes a move. Mustafa going to get all the way through and get a shot off. There's Balargian, scored the opening goal of this game. Players getting tangled up behind the play. Central American bench wants a penalty. Meanwhile, it's 4-on-4 in the Egyptian end, and comes all the way out to Zaid Solomon, who was part of that scrum. Solomon lost it though. Guerin spins back, up for Balargian. Poked along. McGuire, he will toss it through for Ali. And now Thomas McGuire steps in over the line. 1-on-3. McGuire outside shot. That was blocked. McGuire on it again. Goes on the brakes. So he was pushed into the boards. Toma towards the net. Odria has the blocker down, and he's able to find it to cover up. Offensive zone face-off here for Team Egypt. Off the draw, comes back to the line, pops up in the air. Up comes Central America, odd man rush. Sosa takes the shot, missed it on the short side. Caroms all the way around for Toma. And now a chance for Egypt. Toma cuts in, and it's gloved and held by Odria. Up and down action as on one end, Humberto Sosa elected to shoot on the 2-on-1, just missed over top the glove side of Adam Saba. And then on the other end, Odria had to flash the glove on the shot by Toma. Whalen getting to it behind the net, looking in front, he'll bounce to the point. Abdullah winds and fires, and that one whistled wide. Whalen, tried a back pass towards the front of the net. Now Trexler up to the top, Abdullah again. Tried to load it up, but Jamison came out to block away the shooting lane. Whalen down for Ishak. Simon Ishak able to keep it in momentarily, and now it's led on. Here's Newberg on a breakaway. Simon Ishak comes back to cut him off, and the turnaround try by Newberg is stopped by Saba. Couple players go down the corner as Matthew Ishak sends a rink-wide feed. Blocked up and dumped in by Whalen. Team Egypt getting a wholesale change. Balargian on the right wing side, centering pass, and that was blocked away by El Badri. Balargian back on it. Guerin steps in on his backhand. Swept it across, taken away by Ali. Up to Shaladan Mustafa. He ran into Reyes. El Badri had some space, got it down low before he was knocked over. Turning pass, Ali just pushed it wide. Tossed back out, glove down by El Badri. El Badri heading back after it, tried to one-hand it along. Ali now. Backhand behind the net. Mustafa looking after it. Zaid Solomon tried to work it up top. This one tossed out by Team Central America, and it is rolling, and we'll get there for an icing. .11:21 left to go in period 3. Egypt pressing, trying to get the tying goal. They'll have a tired group of Central Americans out there after the icing, because Central America is not allowed to change after they ice the puck. Toma won it to the boards. But Egypt couldn't keep it in the zone. Out comes Central America. Reyes getting off to the bench. looking for a breather. Here's Justin Mendoza circling the wagons. Got a pass across looking for Mendoza. That was knocked back. Or Mendez, pardon me. There is Mendez with 2 goals in the game, spinning up top. Sosa lost it. And Pirelli put an area pass. That was taken away by Sosa. Dumped back in by Team Central America. No icing. No McGuire. Force it right back up the near side. Toma looking to skate in. Toma off for McGuire. Down Main Street. And it's shouldered away by Odria. Players go crashing into the net. And it comes off its moorings. That's the reason for the whistle. Thomas McGuire, who's played pro in the SPHL and FPHL this season, got a great chance right from the high slot as he walked down the middle. And Carter Odria up to the challenge. Face-off will be to Odria's left here. Egypt still looking for that tying goal. Face-off one back. Ishak floated it wide. And Mustafa put it right through the crease. Simon Ishak able to keep it in. Sent it back on net. And Odria able to get a piece of it as Huezo pokes it along. Head up, he'll just launch it only as far as Oquet, who gloved it down. Oquet surrounded. Central America able to skate out. Shot by Vahovic is stopped and covered. Saba able to get the whistle and a face-off deep in his end. One-goal game, under 10 to play in this semifinal. Central America has already clinched a better result than last year when they finished 5th, but certainly would like to go home with a medal. Meanwhile, Egypt finished 4th last year. They lost in the bronze medal game. They're trying to guarantee themselves a medal if they can get the win here and get to the gold medal game. There's Belargian, able to step by, save Saba, the rebound put over top of the net. That was Mendez looking for the hat trick. Already seen 2 hat tricks today from the women's games. One from Gendron of Team Caribbean and one from Rose Dawood Lapari from Team Egypt. Dawood Lapari's hat trick just a little bit more dramatic as the final goal was the overtime game winner. Egypt women on to the gold medal game. Egypt men's team trailing by 1 in this semifinal, trying to also get there. As Ali shoots and it's gloved by Odria. Came right to the veteran Ramsey Ali. And Odria able to scoop it up with that quick glove hand. Off this draw, Reyes backhands it over to the far side. Think it all the way through to Juarez as El Badri jumped in front. El Badri couldn't keep it in though. Here comes Sosa all by himself. Waits for help. Over to Juarez on net. And the glove save made by Saba. The draw will be to Saba's left. Another very intriguing semifinal coming up next between Team Indigenous and Team Armenia, who tied 6-6 yesterday on the final day of round robin play in what was a very chippy, very testy matchup. Here's Reyes, a shot, fought off. Rebound Newberg trying to control, sent it back on. And Saba makes the save and hangs on. And again, players barking at each other and getting into it between whistles yesterday in that Indigenous Armenia game. They will rematch with a spot on the gold medal game on the line. That one's next. Here comes Ishak flying up for Egypt. Ishak tried to feed it across. Reyes came sliding back to cut it off. He had Traxler on the other side, who has 2 goals in this game. Shaheto Oliveira sent it around, dumped out all the way down. Caden Mendoza washed behind his net. Off to Justin Mendoza, now off the far boards. McGuire, near side. Chipped off the glass. Traxler steps in to the outside. Solomon tried to go back to Traxler. That one up off a stick. Central American player upended, and a penalty coming up against Team Egypt. Sammy Traxler off to the box. Hooking is the call. Team Central America 1 for 2 on the man advantage so far, and an opportunity to really put the screws on Team Egypt. Balargian will take the face-off. He scored the power play goal for Team Central America back in the first period. They set up. Newberg, back pedals. Trying to work away from Arquette. Josh Newberg. Threw it up high. Justin Mendoza back to Newberg. Steps in, takes the shot, and he missed it on the short side. Newberg, pardon me. Didn't get that one all the way through, and Pirelli goes all the way back down. Central America back in. Here is Mendez. Off for Balargian, back pedals. Had it broken up. Good job by Shahata Oliveira. Moved over to the right wing side. Balargian up to Newberg. It's bouncing away from Justin Mendoza, and he trips up an Egyptian player who's looking to go up short-handed, and that will take care of the rest of this Egypt penalty. And the Central American power play is over as Justin Mendoza goes to the box. We'll get 56 seconds of 4-on-4, and then an Egyptian man advantage. We'll see if someone can find a goal with some open ice out there. No goals yet in this third period, as the faceoff will be over to Odria's left, deep in Central American territory. Go slightly darker. Comes out to the neutral zone. McGuire headed up. Matthew Ishak on the left wing side. Tried to center it all the way across. And get to Solomon. Ishak taken in by Huezo. Ishak again kicking it around. Blanketed by Pratt. Got it up to the point, but Abdullah couldn't keep it in the zone. 25 seconds left until this becomes an Egypt power play. As Pratt goes back forth, throws the body into Zaid Solomon. Jamison couldn't sweep it out. It's knocked down by a high stick of a Central American player. So that will draw the whistle, as if you knock the puck down with your stick above your shoulders and then your team is the next one to touch it, that draws the whistle. It's not a penalty, but you're not allowed to do that, as a timeout has been called by Team Egypt with 5.5 left to go in the third period. They'll have a power play in 4 seconds. That man advantage will last a minute and 4 seconds unless they score before that. And they certainly need a goal, trailing by 1 with 5.5 left to go. A trip to the title game is on the line. Neither of these teams medaled in last year's Dream Nations. Again, Central America finished 5th and Egypt finished 4th last year. But both very strong teams and certainly have the opportunity to go home with some hardware. Just a question of what color. We'll also keep an eye a few minutes away from this, but Saba, if Egypt can't score here in the next probably 3-4 minutes, start keeping an eye on him when he goes to the bench for an extra attacker. Trexler standing in the penalty box. Believe based on the signals from the bench, he will go right out there to join Whalen, Matthew Ishak, Toma, and McGuire. Off this draw, won by Central America. McGuire keeps it in. Over to Ishak. Sent it down low. Reyes couldn't clap it around as Whalen lifted his stick. Now Newberg able to get to it. And he fires it all the way down. 50 seconds left on this Egypt power play. Left wing side, Whalen able to reverse up top. A drive by McGuire was blocked on the way through and cleared out by Mendez. McGuire got it all the way up. Trexler. That is pass blocked by Belargian. Those two tie up. McGuire came back to help out. Here comes Thomas McGuire trying to cut to the middle. Stolen away by Mendez as Belargian cutting short-handed. Belargian will catch up to it in the Egyptian zone. Final 5 seconds ticking off a penalty to Central America. We're now back to 5-on-5. 4:20 left to go in period 3. Central America leading by a goal. Pratt able to toss it out only as far as Ali. Whalen back in. Whalen on goal and it's covered up by Odria. We'll get a whistle and another face-off. Egypt continuing to push in this third period, trying to get the tying goal as Central America tries to hold on to the horn and move to the gold medal game. Comes back to the line, Simon Ishak. They'll put it back down low. A couple players battle, and it goes behind the net. Pratt and Zaid Solomon come together. Mustafa went down, puck's underneath him. Now to a side scrum as they dig away. Ruiz able to come out with it, comes to the line. Ishak with a shot, that bounced. And Odria able to track it and make the save. Pratt and Solomon having a conversation. Everybody separated, they'll head back to their respective benches as both sides start to make changes. Newberg and Abagushi will be taking this face off. Comes to the wall. Justin Mendoza. He's tripped up. No penalty. And Abagush had his shot kicked out by Odria. The Central American bench was up in arms as their guy went down. They dig away. Oquet trying to get to that puck. Able to push it up to the point. Abdullah lets it go. It's blocked by Newberg. Yasmin Mustafa back on it. Trying to kick it down deep. Justin Mendoza cut it off. Mustafa able to put below the goal line, but the only one there, Caden Mendoza. Chipped along, Newberg steps in. His shot blocked by Abdullah and up out of play, as Newberg went tumbling down to the ice along with Jalil Abagush's stick. Time continues to tick down on the Egyptians. Can they find one more? They have that line that scored their goals out there. Trexler, Ishak, and Whalen. Whalen able to win the faceoff back. El Badri forces it around to Matthew Ishak. On for Whalen. He brings it in on the left wing side. Ishak couldn't get that pass. Tossed out all the way down. Net is empty, by the way, for Team Egypt. As you can see, Saba on the bench. Under 2.5 to go. Whalen able to work in. Pass comes across to Trexler. A 6-on-5 attack for Egypt. A sent in front, and Whalen just tipped it wide. Balargian goes all the way back down. That will be an icing against Team Central America. Again, the 6-on-5 attack with Saba on the bench. A win here guarantees a top 2 finish and a medal, as Central America trying to call a timeout, and indeed they will. So Egypt also getting a chance to talk it over. Again, the winner is guaranteed to go home with some kind of medal around their necks, whether it be gold or silver. Meanwhile, the loser will have to win later today in the bronze medal game to go home with any kind of prize. We will have our second semifinal coming up after this, scheduled for half an hour from now between Team Indigenous and Team Armenia. A game that was very testy yesterday. In the final game of the round robin for both of those sides, a 6-6 tie. Team Central America talking it over on their bench, and they're guaranteed to finish better than they did last year. A 5th place finish in the first Dream Nations. This year, at least top 4. They're trying to go home with a medal. Egypt finished 4th last year. They're trying to finish even better this year. Face off to Odria's left. Comes to the wall. McGuire. It'll settle it down. Goes off the backboards. Whalen up to the point. And it's kept in. Sent down deep. Matthew Ishak sent it all the way through. Guerin trying to chop it out. Abdullah pinched in to keep it alive. Abdullah out to the middle. Mendez had a touch on. Turnaround try by Trexler. Odria couldn't reach out to cover. Ishak in front looking for McGuire. Comes to the backside, just bounced away from Whalen. McGuire across behind the net towards Simon Ishak. Matthew Ishak. Whalen. Now Trexler, minute 20 left to go. One-timer by El Badri is gloved down and covered. Minute 16 up on the clock here at the rink at American Dream. 4-3 lead, Team Central America. The net remains empty down on the Egyptian side. The Egyptian women's team found a way to tie their game in the semifinal and get the win in overtime. Is there more Egyptian magic? Here's this one sent all the way down. Oh, it just rolled wide. The puck went up on edge and just slipped past the post. That was heading straight towards the open cage and then went up on edge and took a bit of a right turn. Egypt gets some more life. They made a couple of changes here. He gets set for this face-off between Toma and Newberg. Newberg wins it back. Shot towards the empty net is gloved down by El Badri. El Badri forces it right back up the near side wall. Sent ahead. And now Abdullah skates into it with 40 seconds left to go. Abdullah works around. Centering feed. That didn't get all the way to the front of the net. And it's tossed high up out of play. 30.8 up on the clock. Al-Bagouche steps off the bench to join the six for Team Egypt. He will take the face-off. Toma lined up right behind him, trying to get a quick shot. Tied up off the face-off. Balargian sent it all the way down. That's an icing as Abdullah hustles back to get the call. 22 seconds left. See if Egypt can get another chance on net here. Tied up again, and Newberg, another big face-off win for Team Central America. Egypt back on it, sent to the line. Abdullah, pass off, sent towards the goal. Wouldn't go. Battled for right by the crease. 7 seconds left. Abdullah, with plenty of traffic in front, makes a move. And whistles blow as tensions start to rise. Pratt gives a shove towards Adam Solomon. There's less than a second up on the clock. Solomon and Pratt having to be separated here. Solomon being escorted to the penalty box. We'll see where they put the face-off, how much time they have on the clock. The face-off goes all the way down. That will effectively end it. Team Central America is heading to the gold medal game. A tight 1-goal win over Egypt here today. Egypt will play in the bronze medal game coming up later this afternoon. Or this evening, I should say, as that one's scheduled for 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. One more drop of the puck. And still conversations being had between players and referees. Finally, we're all set to go for our final face-off. And that will do it. It's official now. Team Central America is going to the gold medal game. 4-3 the final. They will take on the winner of our next game between Team Indigenous and Team Armenia. You will want to stick around for that one for sure. We will have it here for you. The Dream Nations Cup. As teams shake hands, top two finish guaranteed for Central America. And Egypt will have to battle to make sure that they get a medal. We will be back for our next game. And again, Team Indigenous against Team Armenia coming up just about 20 minutes from now. So keep it locked in here on the Dream Nations Cup YouTube channel, dreamnationscup.com/live. We will see you then.